Hey guys, as you can see today he took over my spot. So today I wanted to do a video kind of explaining the cons of being a young parent. This is in no way saying that I don't like having Liam young, that I regret having Liam young. And I'm only making this video because since I've had Liam, a lot of people have just came up to me or commented or texted me saying something along the lines of like, now they want a baby. And it's great. I love being a mom, but at the same time, there's a lot of cons that I feel like people that are young are especially gonna go through, but at the same time, anyone could probably go through them no matter what your age is of being a mother or being a parent. I'm just trying to like cover all my bases before making this video so that I'm not in any way condoning being a young parent or like being a teen mom or anything like that. But just to put it out into the universe, I'm 23 years old. I got pregnant when I was 21, found out on my birthday, on my 22nd birthday, that I was pregnant, and I had him at 22. He's now 7 months old. Obviously, when you have a baby, when anyone has a baby, they're obviously gonna post the good. I'm gonna always post when he's laughing or smiling or, you know, doing a first of anything or cuddling with me or just being goofy. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and post when he's throwing a fit or when he's crying or when I'm losing my patience or when he's just angry and mad and he's screaming for an hour. That stuff still happens no matter how great and perfect he is and that he looks on social media. It's definitely different than anybody thinks. So when I always get those messages like, oh my gosh, you want a baby now? My first thing is like, you don't know what you don't see. It's not all sunshine and roses all the time. Basically just the challenges that I've gone through being a young parent, and I feel like it's really geared towards being a young parent rather than just being a parent in general. So let's hop on into the video. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is sleep. That is something that is definitely a con to being a young parent, just because I know teens and young adults really need a lot of sleep. I know everyone talked about it in high school about how much like we needed sleep when we were in high school, and I feel like that still applies to like being a young person. And so you definitely adjust to it. You know, over the years they're definitely going to learn how to sleep more, but I would be lying if I said I wouldn't kill to just like sleep all through the night and even sleep in the mornings. And I always get comments a lot like, oh well, you're young, like you can get through it. And that's definitely true, but at the same time I enjoy my sleep, and that's something that you're giving up as soon as the baby comes out, because he is a crazy one. He was a crazy one. And like I said, like it doesn't last forever. And you know, you will have the times that you can sleep in and you will have the times that you can sleep through the night, but you're never on your own sleep schedule again. So that's kind of like the first thing I always say to people when they're like, oh, I want a baby. I'm like, do you enjoy your sleep? And I know it's kind of a small issue, but at the same time, like I said, I would love to sleep through the night. It would be amazing. Another thing that I struggle with, and it's like a con of being a young parent, has nothing to do with being a parent. It just has everything to do with my body image. I used to be way skinnier than I was, and I wanted Liam, and I'm so excited for Liam, and I love Liam. And actually I was having a conversation the other day with someone I work with who was saying that they wanted another baby, but they didn't have another one because their stomach's already covered in stretch marks. Thankfully, mine's not. Like, I'm not covered in stretch marks. I do have a few stretch marks, but instead of being older and appreciating my body and not saying that they don't really care about their body anymore, but just kind of being like, okay, I had kids and now my body looks like this and it's whatever. I'm 23 years old and I still want to like have a nice summer body and look fit and be skinny. And it's definitely a struggle, and it's really, really hard for me to just kind of like look in the mirror sometimes and see how I look now rather than what I used to look like. Just because I'm probably not mentally like mature enough to just be okay with the way my body looks and be grateful with how my body looks, because I'm still a young adult and I still want my body to be looking like a Victoria's Secret model, and that's just not the case anymore. So that's another thing, your self-love and stuff like that, you know, I feel like would be easier to go through as a older parent. It's really challenging as a younger parent to just kind of like get back into your confidence and like your self-worth and your self-love again after seeing your body change and it not stay the same way that it used to be. Another thing is finances. These babies are so expensive, and I knew that they're expensive. I've always heard that they're expensive, and everybody that gets pregnant and asks about the expense of having a child is going to hear that they are expensive. And I feel like it's a challenge definitely for young parents, because this is kind of like the prime time for you to be building your bank account instead of like spending it all on other things. At the same time, I don't mind doing that. But, you know, I don't have a savings right now. I don't have a savings to be using for things that I want, or be using just to use it because I see something that I like. It's very much like, okay, what does Liam need? But that's one thing, because you're either always buying diapers or wipes or clothes or baby food or formula or like oatmeal, literally anything. They're obviously the priority. They obviously come first, and that stuff adds up real quick, because I can tell you right now, he goes through maybe like a box of diapers maybe every 3 weeks. And if you're using formula and you have to provide it for your house and for the daycare that they're at, that's at least 60 bucks a week. And oh my gosh, daycare is expensive. So, I mean, it definitely adds up. I would say you're easily spending $1,000 on a child a month, easily. And it's probably way more than that. And that's another thing that I like to, you know, tell people. They're very expensive. And thankfully, I have so many friends and so many people that I've met here that they just give me hand-me-downs, and I love it. I don't think I've ever bought him one outfit, as I think I said in another video. So that's something that definitely helps me save money. But if you're not in that position, they grow out of clothes and socks and literally everything so fast that you're constantly having to re-buy stuff for them to just like have clothing. Not to mention, Weston is in the military. I don't know if I've ever said that well, I have said that, but I don't think I've made it like a point. Weston is in the military, so we're obviously on a military insurance. But if you're not, and you are a civilian and you have a child, it's at least 10 grand once you're out of the hospital. At least you're paying 10 grand on any insurance after you have the baby. And it normally can add up to like 30 grand. So that's a huge thing to look at as well, where, you know, not only are you buying things after they're born, but literally just to birth the child is plenty for you to take a step back and just kind of be like, okay, can I actually afford to have a child right now? All right, this one was kind of one of Weston's. We're young, so it's kind of hard to like find similarities with people our age, because, you know, people our age don't want to sit at home and take care of a baby all night. They want to go out and they want to play, okay, I'm obviously a mother, and they want to party, and that's just not in the cards for us, at least not all the time, as people our age would want to do. It's very difficult to find people that are your age and have babies and are in the same headspace as you and have the same responsibilities as you and can kind of like assimilate with you and have things in common and, you know, stuff like that. All right, my last thing is relationship stress. When you're young, you're definitely growing into your own person still. At 23, I'm still finding out who I am, and Weston's still finding out who he is. And we're married, we're obviously trying to figure out how to grow as an individual, but also grow together and make a marriage stronger. And then when a baby comes into play, it definitely makes things a little bit stressful. To be quite honest, were Weston and I in the right spot of our relationship to have a baby? Absolutely not. But I don't think Liam could have came at it any better time. I think Liam's definitely brought a light to our lives and has helped us and has kind of brought everything full circle and made us very grateful for what we have. And what are you so mad at right now? It's going to bring relationship stress, because now you have something else you're taking care of other than your marriage, and you're just trying to figure out how to make everything work. Liam's the best. Liam is the best. It definitely brings a lot of relationship stress. I don't really know if this video made any sense. I feel like those were my top things that I could tell you about that would help you, I don't know, just kind of put in perspective if you're ready to have a child or not. And again, I'm not saying that I hate being a mother, that it's just like cons to parenthood. There are so many more pros than there is cons. I love being a mother. As I said, he is the best thing in the whole wide world. The bestest thing in the whole wide world, and I think he needs a diaper change. But I just wanted to give kind of like a little insight into the things that I've gone through in the past 7 months and the things that have kind of been challenging and the struggles that Weston and I have faced, and just kind of bring it to light of you're not ever gonna be ready, but you can definitely plan for it. But it was definitely a video that I felt like I should make, and just, I don't know, I thought it would be informational. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to, you can head on over to my Instagram, especially if you watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. I do IGTVs recapping The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I think they're kind of funny. I will see you guys in my next video, and bye guys. Can you say bye? You say bye-bye? Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. All right, bye guys.